Can't sleep, so I want to tell you what's keeping me up at night. Do you guys know what an arranged marriage is? Arranged marriages are super popular. You know, sometimes they wrap it up in a cute way and call it 90-Day Fiancé. Sometimes it's cultural. You never know. I'm gonna touch base on the cultural one. Usually, you know, you hear those stories where you meet your husband slash wife on the day of the wedding. In Palestine slash Jordan, that normally isn't the case, from my knowledge. Mine is the horror stories. Usually, both families meet up at the same house. The couple kind of gets to go to a different room without supervision, and they get to like talk, but the adults usually hear everything. And then they come back, and if they like each other, they get engaged, and then, you know, they get to date until they get married, basically. Having said all of that, the second you hit college age, people start calling you, you know, when are you gonna get married? I want 4 grandchildren. What the fuck are you doing with your life? Like, and hear me out. Like, I don't get that shit because I have distance. Luckily, you know, I have distance. I live so far away from my family. My family lives in the Middle East. I'm alone here. My friends, however, don't have the same fate, unfortunately. So my friend the other day called me. We're going to call her Yasmin. And Yasmin calls me and she's like, Adeib, I'm struggling here. And I was like, why? And she was like, Adeib, remember what I told you? I had a pact with my mom. My mom won't bring up marriage until I'm 26. Well, I'm 26 now. I was like, oh. And hear me out. Like, her mom is old school. Like, she was like, you are not dating. You are not dating. Arranged marriage only. So even if she did date someone and she like liked him, she'd have to convince him to bring his whole family as an anonymous moment. And they would have to come in like, we're interested in your daughter. You know what I mean? Like, very awkward. Having said that, unfortunately, Yasmin's very single. I'm not trying to call her out or anything. It's just like the truth, and it matters to the story. And I have her permission, by the way. So her mom told her, like, you have 6 months to pick someone. And if you don't pick someone, I'm gonna pick one for you. And I'm gonna just pick you the best suitor or whatever. And she was just like, Adeib, like, I really don't know what to do. And I was like, bro, it's easy. Just, like, make sure they don't like you. And she's like, Adeib, like, that's impossible. I'm a 10 out of 10. I'm a catch. I was like, gross, get out. Yasmin, can we be serious for 5 seconds? Like, hello? Like, seriously, though, like, actually make sure that they don't like you, because that way, like, it's not a matter of, like, who do you want to pick? It's really, like, no one's gonna want to pick you. She was like, okay, like, I think it's going to be hard since I am a 10, but, like, I'll definitely try and, like, think about it. So far, it's been 1 month since her birthday, and she's seen 6 people, 6 families, and all 6 of them want to marry her, so I guess she's a catch. I mean, go off, but, like, she hated all of them. They were all over her 3-year mark. She only wants someone that's, like, within a 3-year age range, right? So, like, everyone has been over that. So this is what she did for the last guy that showed up. So the groom comes with his, like, whole family, right? And he's, like, 9 years older. So he's 35, she's 26. So she's already grossed out, right? So he shows up and with his whole family, and she has to serve coffee and tea and all that shit. And now she sits down, she's sitting, like, in front of him. She's like, so, she asks, like, who's the groom? And he looks at her and he's like, I'm the groom. And she's like, you're the groom? I thought you were the uncle or the father. I'm so sorry. Hi, how? Him and his family left 5 minutes after that, and no one's bothered her ever since, so.